Oh, man. Anyone buying this is adding to the problem of modern gaming. Oh, my God. Well, yeah, I am shocked. Okay.
Don't even think about it, heretics. You really think we're gonna allow you over here on the PC after all of that crap talking you did? After being told PC gamers fear the PS5 Pro because they know their time is running out. They know once the PS5 Pro comes out, PC gaming will be irrelevant. Console gamers will have a console for $600 that can go toe-to-toe with a 4090. And they'll have the games more optimized. Listen, all I'm gonna tell you console peasants is this. Stop chasing PC performance and just go and get a damn PC. Wait, no, I just said PC gaming was closed. Never mind. Suffer with the device you've chosen. For those of you who are tuned into my amazing, awesome stream, which had over 1,700 people watching for the PS5 Pro reveal, I thank you. Be sure to do your duty and subscribe to this channel, because tomorrow I'll have even more salt covering the PS5 Pro. That's right. Gotta make this a two-parter. And if you're wondering about the armor, well, I got no explanation for that. Warhammer's awesome. Let's not waste any time. Let's get right into it.
And I've got to say, in all honesty, it's the biggest piece of dog shit that I have ever heard.
The PS5 Pro was revealed today at way too early o'clock, during a time I refuse to usually wake up, so thanks, Mark. I told myself, hey, if this is at 8 a.m., you better have breakfast there for me too. But no, Mark Cerny actually wasted everybody's time with his very creepy personality and that look in his face that says, yes, I totally buy feet pics. It was about a 9-minute long presentation where approximately, I would say 5 minutes, maybe more, 5 or 6 minutes of that was eaten up with Mark Cerny explaining to the world the PS5 tech and blah, 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 before finally demonstrating the PS5 Pro. No, I'm kidding. We didn't actually see a demonstration of this thing. Not a real one anyway, no. Instead, we were shown a bunch of PS4 games running at a better fidelity. And if you squint your eyes and pause it and focus for about 5 minutes, you might be able to notice.
Don't ask questions. Just consume product and then get excited for next product.
We were told it would have at least 45% increase to the GPU, which means jack shit when your CPU hasn't changed whatsoever. And mind you, this is hardware that was released in like 2020 that was sitting in a dev kit for about 2 years. So realistically, it's 2018 hardware being refurbished and sold for, that's right, $700.
Tell us the price. $700 base. Oh, man.
You know the presentation is bad when Sony didn't even say it officially. They just flashed on screen the price and got it off the screen as soon as humanly possible. What surprised me the most, though, however, wasn't the price or anything like that. It was the fact that there was no pre-orders the minute it was announced. Like, Sony doesn't hesitate to ask for your money like that. That's right. Now you're thinking, well, Fritz, $700 in America. Other parts of the world, we're looking at about $1,000, or in Canada, like $900 for a PlayStation 5 Pro. You gotta be kidding me. You mean to tell me the entire time when the FTC was trying to protect consumers from Microsoft, the entire time they were actually supposed to be protecting them from Sony, who was trying to snitch out Microsoft and get the FTC on them, telling the FTC Microsoft would raise prices and be unreasonable. Well, here we are, and Sony has completely price gouged the consumer. Like I said, $700, no disc. That's right, this model is discless.
Is this true?
Yes, it's true. This man has no dick.
You want the attachable disc drive? It's like $80. What was that? $700, and you couldn't even include the goddamn stand! The vertical stand, you couldn't include it! You really couldn't do... Why?
Why? Why treat the customer this way? Why? Because fuck them, that's why.
It's plastic! It's literally plastic! And you couldn't bundle it with the console. $700. No disc drive, no stand. What the fuck, Sony? The specs don't justify the price. And on top of that, you're not even going to include the disc drive? So realistically, what you're telling me, Sony, is this Pro model is actually really $800. You've done fucking lost it. Sony has lost it, and like much of the internet has said, without a healthy Microsoft there to keep them in check, Sony's going to continue to gradually raise the prices of things on you and create a complete scam like the PS5 Pro. I mean, I don't know. Maybe Sony owes the mafia some money and this is a money laundering scheme. Maybe it's to cover the cost of Concord. Maybe it's to cover the cost of Bungie. I don't know, but one way or another, consumers, rejoice. It's your responsibility to make sure Sony makes their money back on every single thing they flopped on. Bravo. It could be like Griffin and completely cap for the PS5 Pro like he did in his video, even telling people this.
And I will be purchasing one for numerous reasons. One, I can trade in my current PS5 and save a significant amount of money on the PS5 Pro. Two, Rebirth is one of the games that they are choosing to like show off the power of the PlayStation 5 Pro. And if you guys know me, #1 Final Fantasy VII Rebirth simp signing in. So of course I have to get that game and play it on the PS5 Pro because bro, come on now.
Dude, you're a fucking cuck.
Oh, Griffin, I hate to be the bearer of bad news, my newborn pony. Why am I saying newborn? You were born again as a pony. Again. This isn't the first time Griffin's been a pony, nor will it be his last. But the trade-in value? Yeah, apparently, the trade-in value will give you store credit up to $195. Or if you want to trade it in for the PS5 Pro, it's $200, so yay! You saved yourself $500. So you're basically just buying a whole new console for the same price again. What the f, Sony? They've significantly dropped the price. Apparently yesterday you could get $385 for it. Today, you can only get $214 towards the Pro. So good luck with that trade-in value, Griffin. I really hope when you cop the PS5 Pro, those night and day differences you're talking about in your video show up, because I didn't see it. Now, of course, Griffin is not the only one capping for the PS5 Pro and defending it. Game Awards host Jeff Keighley, the king of soy face, has come out to also try and mitigate the damage.
Here are the inflation-adjusted prices for mainland PlayStation consoles since launch. PS1, $611. PS2, $546. PS3, $778. PS4, $538. PS4 Pro, $522. PS5, $606. PS5 Pro, $699.
Douchebag of the year.
Wow, Jeff, holy shit. After reading this tweet, I am more than confident the Game Awards are rigged in Sony's favor all the time. Just look at this damage control. Look at what Jeff did. He intentionally did not include the additional price of a disk drive because let me tell you what all the consoles leading up to the Pro have in common. They all had a disk drive. PS1, disk drive. PS2, disk drive. PS3, disk drive. PS4, disk drive. PS4 Pro, disk drive. PS5, disk drive. PS5 Pro, no disk drive. You include the disk drive, you're looking at a price just slightly above the PS3's launch price. Jeff, you disingenuous prick. You didn't want to include the disk drive because you knew how bad that would make the Pro look in comparison to every previous entry. Another thing, the other consoles didn't require you to stand them up. And so because of that, we gotta include the stand. So now you're looking at an $800 console. Jeff, why don't you go back to blowing on PS5 controllers? And please, for the love of God, do a better job of covering up the fact that you cap for Sony. All right, it's too blatantly obvious. It's kind of disrespectful at this point. Please respect our intelligence a little more. I mean, for the love of God, you're the only one with the toxic positivity and fake enthusiasm. The poll you put up asking people what they thought had over 60% voting D or below. They thought that was trash. As we speak, the trailer for the PlayStation Pro reveal is continuously getting ratioed. I mean, just look at this. The holy grail. It might actually outdo the Xbox One reveal.
No one is forcing you to buy one.
Yes, IGN writer, we know. But who the hell is forcing you to defend it? Now that's the real question. Now I get it. IGN receives a lot of funding from PlayStation, allegedly. So it's your sole duty to ensure you guys have this device and you're reporting on it because all the publicity matters more to Sony. Negative or positive, it don't matter. But that's how out of touch these journalists are with the gaming community. For them, it's so easy to get the device because they practically get it for free. And then they're telling everybody, oh, no one's forcing you to buy one. So, like, what kind of defense is that? Current gen consoles should be far lower in price, and this model should be like $550, maybe at most. What they're really charging you for is that fucking expansion to the hard drive because it's 2 terabytes. Well, realistically, probably more like 1.8 terabytes. But still, that's the real price. That's really what they're charging you for. And honestly, the reason I say there's no defense for this is because as I was streaming, member of the community iZorko went out of his way to build a PC for $1,000 and then another one at the price point of the console. And yeah, there's just no excuse. That PC will get you more games, better performance, access to mods, access to PlayStation, Xbox, and Nintendo titles, and no cost for online gaming. I mean, come on. How do you defend this? How do you tell people, yes, hardware from 2018 is being resold for nearly $800? You don't have a defense. You just tell people, well, you don't have to buy it. Yeah, not everybody has to buy an iPhone, but that don't mean the criticisms aren't warranted. Grow a set of balls for f***'s sake.
Dude who spend $1,500 on a graphics card are telling you that more compelling PS5 with better hardware is now worth $600 to $700. If you can't afford new things at the time of release, you shouldn't speculate or talk about them either. Your issue is funds, not the product, but your lack thereof will have you saying outlandish things to make yourself feel better about not being able to afford it.
Okay, well, let me ask you, if the current PS5 isn't even worth $500, what makes you think the PS5 Pro is worth $700, let alone $800, huh? The current gen console should be like $350 right now. But instead, they went up in price alongside the controller. Thanks, Sony, for the payers all the time. Pay has no limits, huh? $1,500 graphics card is a workhorse card, all right? Yes, it can game very well, but that card is for work. You don't need the top of the line. You can go ahead and get like a 4070 and be way past the PS5 Pro's limits. You cannot justify it, dude. Like, the hardware is ancient at this point. It'd be like charging people nearly the same exact price for the same iPhone again. Oh wait, they already do that. Would you look at that, huh? If you can see it in your phone products, why the can't you see it in your goddamn consoles? Notice how it's only 9 minutes long because they don't have any games to show. Like, god damn it! I can't believe the web browser is right. When a goddamn web browser is roasting Sony, but they were right. It was only 9 minutes because they had nothing to show, and that's the biggest problem with the PS5 Pro. A lack of demonstration, a lack of unique titles to truly showcase what this thing could do. Maybe if they waited for GTA 6, but by the time GTA 6 comes out and this console comes out, next gen isn't too far off. What a waste of people's paychecks, because I mean, it's an entire paycheck to get this thing, really. And the internet is having the time of their lives roasting it.
This is really simple. If you believe the cost of the PS5 Pro is too expensive, it means that you are not the target consumer, and it is not for you. Just as the 4080, 4090 GPUs are not for me, or the LG OLED G4 TVs. A segment of consumers exists that want enthusiast/luxury items.
Okay, what about the specs of the PS5 Pro speak hardware enthusiasts to you? What speaks luxury? That's the price point, not actually what the hardware is. Because you guys are stupid. PlayStation's like the Gucci branding of hardware. The PlayStation logo is on it, but realistically, the thing is probably worth less than $500, and you're gonna buy it because you're stupid. 4080, 4090. Now that is for hardware enthusiasts. A PS5, bro? In general, a console is not for hardware enthusiasts. It's for casuals. It's for people who can't track performance, can't change visual settings, can't mod, can't explore the files. How is that for enthusiasts? Do you know what a hardware enthusiast does? And don't you dare say it's for the hardcore gamer. The hardcore gamer is buying GPUs. What he means to say is this console is for a specific consumer base, a consumer base of fucking suckers and naive dorks.
Yes, economy, inflation are factors, but I believe if Xbox was strong competition, PlayStation likely couldn't be as brazen and may have had to consider more subsidy/less margin. This is the future we'll have to get used to now, especially as more Xbox games come to PlayStation at a higher cadence.
Oh, of course. We gotta go ahead and blame Microsoft and the damn Series S again. Enough. Sony being greedy is not Microsoft's fault, okay? That's entirely Sony's decision. It's not like Microsoft put a gun to their head and say, charge more. It's true though, if Microsoft was doing better, Sony probably wouldn't be doing this, but again, this is just trying to shift the blame on the other company, the other brand, per usual, because you're a fucking fanboy. And your derangement syndrome has no limit. You will blame Microsoft for the failure of your marriage, for your debt, for the economy, for COVID, and Sony is left with no accountability whatsoever. As a matter of fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Nib here is already on the lookout for that pre-order link. Well, in 16 days, you'll have your dreams come true when your PS5 Pro is in your shopping cart and you get ripped off. Like a good consumer.
Alright, that's it for now. Tune in tomorrow for part 2. I will be compiling all the reactions. You have to be there. Trust me, Alex's video will not compare. In the meantime, you can watch this one, and a few hours from now is the Kamala Trump debate. If you want to tune in to watch any of that live, click here as well. That being said, see you all in the next video.
Free Congo sucks ass.